What's going on, team? What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for January 6th, 2025. Welcome to the new year. Give me 1 second. I literally just got home. Give me 1 second. So, once again, while I set the, let me make sure everything is good. 1 second. Testing. Perfect. 2nd. For all the newcomers, again, the pairs we're going to be going over are the ones that you see with the red flag, the ones that you see me turning on right now, starting off with AU, finishing off with US oil. We're going to be looking at US30, USDCAD, ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and oil. We're going to be looking at AUDUSD, Euro AUD, Euro USD, EURCAD, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USD ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and US oil. But if you guys have any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, just let me know and we'll go over those. I do go in order. We're going to start from the top, going to the bottom. And then if you guys have any questions about any pair, especially if they're not on our list, we'll do those at the end of the stream. If there's a pair you want me to go over and they're on our list and I haven't done it, once again, I'm going in order, so just please be patient. First and foremost, for those watching the recording of the live stream, again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or reach out to E. If you have a specific question about something that we went over, make sure you guys write the timestamp on and be like, hey, in 4 minutes and 20 seconds when you talked about blah blah blah, right? Let me know what timestamp it is, where it is, what the question is. That way, when we do the one-on-one session, we're on the same page. If you guys are interested to join. 1 second. Interested in joining the Discord? Make sure you guys join the Discord. Everything we do here is completely free. One-on-one session is free. These live stream sessions are free. We don't charge for anything. So if somebody goes in the Discord and starts messaging you, acting like they're either me or they're somebody from the group, telling you, hey, we'll charge you $50 to trade for you. Again, that's a scam. Do not fall for that. Everything we do is for free. We're here to teach you guys how to trade. We're not here to give you guys signals and when to buy and when to sell and when to get in and get out. We're here to teach you how to trade, right? We do the morning live sessions, the live trading sessions where we talk about the trades, why we're looking for an entry. We talk about the entry criterias. We talk about the exits. We talk about why we're looking for an entry and why not we're looking for an entry. So once again, feel free to ask any questions. We'll give everybody another few minutes here before we start. I just want to give everybody an opportunity to join. Make sure I posted the link in Discord. I posted the link on Twitter. I think we're good to go. I'll give everybody 2 minutes. We'll start at 7:10. No pressure. That's crazy. My bad. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just reading this article. Black Ops 3, it cost $450 million to make and it sold 43 million copies. So, 43 million copies? Let me turn this shit to the side. Black Ops 3, that was still when games were $60. So, $43 million copies times 60. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount. Okay, so they definitely made the money back on that. MW 2019, I believe, was still 60 bucks as well. Same thing. They made a little bit less. And then Cold War was 70, right? 70 bucks too. And we're not even talking about cosmetics. We're just talking about how much money they made from selling the copies. $700 million to make, and they sold 30 million copies. But 30 million copies at 70 bucks. That's still a fucking crazy amount of money they made. That's crazy. Alright, let's get started, guys. Again, any questions, feel free to stop me, ask questions. I'll be here. We're pretty much gonna do this pretty quick. I haven't updated my charts, but it's pretty simple, right? The isolation session, we know where we're at. The first couple pairs, I'll look at the daily time frame. We'll look at the 4-hour time frame. You know, we'll update it if we need to, but most likely we won't need to. The 30-minute is really what I'm gonna focus on for the isolation sessions. Talk about, you know, if we're moving with the trend or against the trend. Talk about the 30-minute highs and the 30-minute lows. Look at any continuations. We have 2 days of rise going into a third day. Is it counter? Is it with the trend? So that's what we're gonna do. So this session shouldn't take us longer than 35 to 45 minutes. You know, yesterday's session was really informative. If you guys want to go back and watch that recording, it was a really good stream. This morning stream as well, when we were looking at US30 during the NYC session, was a really good stream, very informative as well. So let's get started, guys. Again, any questions, just let me know. So AU, we know that we were making lower low. Once again, we'll draw this out, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price ended up giving us a higher high now. So we have a little change of character. Again, this is against the trend because the overall market makers pattern trend on AU is downtrend, right? We are looking for price to give us a pullback, and that's what we're going to be waiting for. Once price completes this pullback, then we'll start looking for those entries going back short. Right, so in this case, there's a very small 30-minute zone, but this 30-minute, I don't want to use this entire candle, so I'm gonna go down to a lower time frame, right? And I'm gonna be using this as the 30-minute high and 30-minute low. Could you please? Thank you. Right, and we know that we have 2 days of counter rise, so right now we're not really going to be looking for any entries on AU. We're just going to skip over this one, wait for price to complete the pullback that we're looking for, to then get in the trade. I'm just going to use this entire zone here, fuck it. No problem, Elijah. Welcome to the stream, my brother. So EA, we know we're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. We have a month of rise, no continuation just yet. Right now in the 4-hour, we have a week of counter drop going against the trend. So right now, nothing, right? We know that we're just making a pullback for that internal time frame, higher high and higher low, right? Which is what we could see here in the 30-minute time frame. Right? Price made higher high, higher low, higher high, and then went down and gave us a little change of character, lower low. We have a day of rise on Friday. Today, Monday, price ended up giving us 2 days of rise. Perfect. Could we be expecting a 372? Absolutely. Right, we know that, again, we're looking for level 3 push, right? Level 3, we're looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA. Right now we're looking good. Right, we had to pull back in the daily time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we're right on the 50 EMA as well. On the 30-minute time frame, we can see that as well. Right, all we're looking for is a pullback. Now, the only thing I don't like about this entry is the fact that, again, when we're looking at market structure, and I'm gonna start drawing out these lines for you guys so you guys can see why I'm looking for, or why I'm looking at certain higher highs and higher lows, right? Because a lot of people will be looking at the charts, right? And I'll explain this as well. I'm not gonna do this with every single chart, but I want to make sure that everybody's on the same page and everybody understands exactly what it is that we're looking at and why we're looking at that. So a lot of people will be looking at their charts, right? And a lot of people would be marking this as higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, right? Higher low, right? That shit's confusing me already. Hold on, my bad. Lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's incorrect, right? Because in order for you to have a valid higher high, higher low, or lower low and lower high, price has to break the previous highs or the previous lows, right? So in this case on EA, we were trading higher high, higher low. Let's start this all over again, right? When we're looking at market structure, we know we had higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, right? Price never broke these lows, price never broke these highs until here, right? And then once price broke here, this is where price gave us higher high, right? So we know that we're trading between this high and this low, right? And when we zoom out, did price ever break these highs? No. Did price ever break these lows? No. So you can't say that this is higher low, lower high, right? Higher low, higher high. That doesn't make sense. That's not part of market structure, right? So when did price break the lows and then give us a change of character? It was when price did this, right? So we know that we're now trading between this high and this low, which again, everything is color coordinated in the 30-minute time frame. Our 30-minute highs and 30-minute lows are red. The 4-hour highs and the 4-hour lows are blue, and the daily time frame highs and lows are gray, right? So I hope that made sense, guys. If you need me to explain that again, let me know. So we know that we're trading between this 30-minute high up here and this 30-minute low down here, right? So the only thing I don't like about this entry and where price is at right now is that we're making those lower lows and lower highs, right, in the 30-minute time frame, right? If price would have respected these lows and then started giving us higher highs and higher lows, I would have been a little bit more confident in this trade, right? Not only that, but it's also when we're looking at our fib levels, right? If price would have given us something like low, high, right, lower low, and then we started doing this, right, higher high, change of character, higher low, right, higher high, break of structure, then we know that we're trading between this 30-minute low and this 30-minute high, and we'll be using our fib from here to here, and we could start expecting price to give us a 23.6 or 38.2 fib retracement, right, to then look for an entry somewhere in this area, right, to continue this push to the top side. This would be the ideal market structure for Euro AUD. If price would have done something like this, this would have been a way easier trade to take. Not today, but for, you know, for the 7th of January, for tomorrow's session, right? This trade would have been easier to take for a 372, right? But the fact that market structure is not in our favor right now, it doesn't look crystal clear. We have to just give this a little bit for price to make some moves in order for us to look for an entry, right? And this goes back to the question that we had yesterday, right? How do you use your fibs? You know, how do you read market structure? How do you know which ones are fake double bottoms and fake double tops? In this case, right, a lot of traders, a lot of retail traders are trading this as a flag post pattern, right? But again, in order for this to be a valid flag post pattern, we need to see structure connected to it. And the fact that we don't have structure connected to it, this could simply just continue the push back down to the bottom, right, and completely invalidate that flag post pattern, right? So just make sure you guys understand market structure before anything else, because again, without market structure, double tops and double bottoms are not valid. Without market structure, all these retail trader patterns, right, the flag post patterns, the imbalances, the order blocks, you know, all that other shit that people are teaching, and all those, and again, it's not even shit, it's good information to have. It's a good, if you know how to use it correctly, you're going to be very successful at trading. But again, you just have to use it correctly, right? And again, the question from yesterday, and the best way to put this is, again, how do you know which ones are real and which ones are fake, right? How do you know when the market makers are trapping traders, and how do you know when we're trending? That's the question that a lot of people cannot answer, right? And again, it all boils down to market structure, right? If price is making lower lows and lower highs, are you going to be taking a double top, or are you taking a double bottom, right? And I'll give this example again. If price is making lower lows and lower highs, are you going to be looking for a double top entry, or are you going to be looking for a double bottom entry? Vice versa. If price is giving you higher highs and higher lows, are you going to be looking for a double top entry, or are you going to be looking for a double bottom entry? And where are you looking for those entries, right? If you're going long, why are you taking a trade in a higher high instead of waiting for that higher low and then waiting for a double bottom to continue, right? Same thing when you're in a downtrend. Why are you taking shorts in a lower low when all you have to do is wait for that pullback, right, that double top, to then continue, right? So market structure is key, guys. That's really the blueprint when it comes to trading. is market structure. There's nothing more powerful than that. Everybody's gonna tell you, oh, support and resistance zone, cool. But again, your support and resistance zones don't work if you're not following market structure, right? Because again, you can't mark this as a level of support and resistance because it's just not part of market structure. Price doesn't have to retest to continue. Price could again just continue going short because once again, we're trading between lower low, right? Could this just be a lower high to continue into a lower low? Absolutely. Right? So again, you have to be careful whenever you take these trades. But EA is looking good, right? Let's mark this overall so we could expect a third day push to the top side. Right? Would love market structure to have been on our side for this one to make this trade so much easier, but again, just like this morning, they're not going to give us the easy entries every single time. EU is on the same boat, right? EU is on the same boat as EA. The only difference with EU right now that I enjoy is, again, going counter, is the fact that we're on the 800 EMA. We already know price respects the 800 EMA. So am I going to be expecting price tomorrow to give me a new high, to give me that 372? I'm not expecting it. Could it happen? Absolutely. But I'm not expecting it. Right? Once again, EU, we're in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. Not expecting price to give us another push to the bottom. We already have 3 months of drop. Right? In the 4 hour, we have a week of drop, still making, right, lower low, lower high once again. Right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Right? So right now, price is just giving us a pullback. We're still trading against the overall trend. And then in the 30-minute time frame, right, we understand again. At one point, we were trading lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, right? And then price broke here and gave us a lower low. So again, we're still trading lower low, lower high, lower low. Could this be a lower high? Absolutely. So once again, even though we have 2 days of rise, even though the overall market makers pattern is uptrend, right now in the 30-minute time frame, price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs. So we want to be very careful taking these trades. Very similar to EA. Very similar to EA. Right? ECAD is a little bit different. Right? So ECAD looks the best. The only thing now, EA gave us a day of rise on Friday, but today, Monday, gave us a no net. So this one does not have a 372. Not a valid 372. Now the only thing with this one, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, change of character. And I'm at a point where I don't want to mark this as lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. I want to say that this is just all part of the same trend, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And I think that's what I'm just gonna do. And the reason I want to do that is because this red candle is the testing candle, right? This is all part of the same trend. So I'm not gonna mark this as a change of character. That's what I wanted to see for in yesterday's session too. Right? So instead of saying that we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And this is just a lower high. Let me know if that made sense. If not, I'll try to explain that a little bit better. Right? But right now, still got to be patient with the euro pairs, right? And we know that this one still has a gap here at the bottom of the market, and I want to see price fill that gap up before we do anything else. Right? Price also didn't give us a clean break of these lows either. This is still a testing candle, so we still don't have a confirmation that price is going to continue to push down to the bottom. So we want to be patient with this one as well. Please go again. What do you need me? Which explanation was that for? What do you need me to explain again? Let me know. You need me to explain the lower lows and lower highs again, or let me know. Alright, Elijah, I'm gonna keep going just to not spend too much time, but let me know what question you have. What is it that you need me to explain, and then I'll explain it again, no problem. Just let me know. Alright, so GA, we know that we are in V2, right? We're looking for the break of structure. We had the break. We're looking for the pullback, and that's what we're looking for to continue that third push to the top side. This one doesn't have any gaps, so this one is looking good. We have no continuations in the daily time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we also don't have any continuations, right? We have a week of counter drop going against the trend. And on the 30-minute time frame, we have a day of rise on Friday, and then today, Monday, price gave us a second day of rise. Now, remember what I talked about with EA, right? What would I have loved to have seen for GA? I would have loved to have seen price give us a lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, and then this break to the higher high going into the higher low. If you compare what I was talking about with EA and compare it to what GA did, GA is doing exactly what I want EA to do, right? But this is good. Oh no, why'd I delete that? This gone. This. Right? So what did price do? It gave us lower low, right? Dude, come on. Lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price gave us a higher high change of character. Right, boom, change of character. This change of character now in that break gave us this low and this high up here. So we have 2 days of rise. Could be expecting price for tomorrow to continue the push to the top side. It gives us a 372. Again, a 372 is a third day of rise. Three days, 72 hours. Right? And this is simple. Right? Now, goes back to the question that we had yesterday on the stream. How to use your fibs. Right? Once we have this break, right? This break gives us this low and this high. Boom. So now, again, what type of structure are the candles printing? It's printing a bullish flag pulse pattern. Once again, a bullish flag pulse pattern. When price continues up, gives us a consolidation or a little pullback between 23.6 and 38.2, and then gives us the push to the top side. Right? This is exactly what price is doing right now. Right? Price is giving us the push to the top side. I want to see a little pullback between 23.6 and 38.2 to then continue this push to the top side. So the entry that I'm looking for on GA is going to be something like this. Right? Let's say we get a complete 38.2 retracement, which I don't think we'll get, but we'll be looking for something like this. This is the position that I'll be looking for on GA. So now I want to see, do we have any engulfing candles? Right? No engulfing candles in the 4-hour. In the 1-hour, we got a little nice one in the 1-hour, but this is very steep. I don't think we'll get this steep of a pullback at this point. Right? So let's look at the 30-minute. Nothing in the 30. Nothing in the 5. And then I'm going to check the 1-minute just so I can see structure. So in the 1-minute time frame, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then once again, this gave us a nice 23.6 retracement from here to here. 23.6 to 38.2. That was the entry for this flag pulse pattern. For the entry that was at 9 in the morning, I didn't look at this at 9 in the morning today. Right, so it gave us a beautiful entry for that second push to the top side. Right, so now we're just looking for the continuation of that trade. Right, and I want to see. No, we don't have any engulfing candles here, so we'll be patient with GA, but GA looks like it's going to be the one on the watch list for today. GA, this is exactly what we want to see. GCAD daily time frame, we have a gap at the bottom of the market, so this is still one that I'm going to take a step back from trading, but let's update it either way. Right, we have nothing really to say on the daily or the 4-hour and the 30-minute. We're still trading again, so we could all see what we're saying. Right, higher high, higher low, higher high, right, and price never broke until here, and then this is where price gave us the lower low. So we're trading between this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low. Right, so we're still trading lower lows and lower highs. We have a day of rise, which was on Friday, and then today, Monday, price gave us a no net, where price just moved sideways. It didn't push up, it didn't push down, it just moved sideways. Right, it went here, went here, went here, went here, went here, went here. Right, price opened and closed in the same area. Right, that's a no net. So we'll be patient with GCAD. Please go. You said no. Understood. Okay, cool. You might be a little bit delayed. You might be Elijah. I'm pretty sure. But it's all good if you are. But okay, you understood. That's good. And again, remember, every pair we trade them the exact same way. So if you missed an explanation on one pair, you're gonna hear it again. You know what I mean? So GJ, very similar to gold and very similar to US30 and very similar to Bitcoin. We're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. Right, daily time frame, again, everything is color coordinated. So we're in the daily time frame, we're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Right, in the 4-hour time frame, we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low. Right, so we know that we're trading between this previous low and this high up here. Right, and then price gave us higher high, gave us a push to the bottom, higher low, and now gave us another push to the top side. So in the 4-hour, we don't have any continuations, but in the 4-hour here on GJ, we'll go into the 30-minute. We know that price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, and we got a change of character, higher high. Right, now the only thing here is, do we want to say higher high, higher low, and where we're at now, higher high, or is all of this part of the same trend? Understood along the way, boss? Alright, cool. Right, so GJ is in a situation where we have 2 days of rise. We're looking for price to give us a new push today, and it already gave us that push. Right, the market opened for Asia session 6 p.m. for GJ, and then boop, pushed up to the top side. So GJ is already done for us. We already know that we're not going to be looking for a trade on GJ tomorrow morning. Right, this has already given us the push that we want to see. So GJ, I'm just gonna have to take a step back again. We already know that tomorrow morning, this is not going to be a pair we're going to be trading. Right, price already gave us a move that we were looking for, so it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off, and we'll update this tomorrow. Right, we know that we're trading between this 30-minute low now and whatever high is set. GU, again, very similar to EU, very similar to ECAD. This is a pair that's in an overall uptrend. Right, again, if we go to the daily time frame, we're in V1, we're in the first zone of consolidation. We got the break of structure of the zone of consolidation, we got the pullback. Right, we got the pullback was down in the engulfing candle in the daily time frame. Here in the daily time frame, we also had, connected to the daily time frame, I should say, we had a 30-minute engulfing candle, which we'll go over now in the 30-minute time frame. But in the 4-hour, we know we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low. So the entries that we take going long are still potential just pullbacks, right, for price to get a lower high to then go into a lower low. So GU, I am expecting GU to continue to push. I would love for price to continue to push up to the top side, but we have to wait for the confirmations. Right, again, why do we have to wait for the confirmations? Because we had lower low, lower high, lower low. So could this here just be a lower high to continue into a lower low? Absolutely. Right, so we want to be very patient. We want to make sure that any trade we take now here in this area is 100% picture perfect. Because again, if you take a trade going long here in this area and price pushes down to the bottom, it's not because of anything else other than market structure. You're taking a position going long when price is still giving you lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right, so you have to be very careful with taking trades here on GU. Got to be very careful. So once again, we have 2 days of rise. That's looking good, right? That's always good. However, the fact that price is still making lower lows and lower highs makes these trades low probability. If price would have turned around the same way that it turned around on GCAD, right, if we go back, and we look at GA, my bad, not GCAD, and we see that price made lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, then okay, cool. After the higher high, we're looking for the higher low to continue into a higher high. But the fact that price on GU, similar to EU, is still making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, I can't take a trade going long when price is at a lower high. Once again, for the people who want to visualize it, right now this is what GU is doing. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Right? Why would I take a trade here going long when we're still trading in a downtrend market? Right? Risky entry on GA? Yep. So we want to be very, very, very patient. We want to be very cautious with these trades. So we'll keep going. And again, we're almost done here, guys. We're only missing a few more pairs. These last couple pairs should go on pretty quick. Once again, any questions, let me know. Anything you guys want me to explain, anything that's not making sense, let me know. And we'll go over that. US30, would have loved for US30 to continue to stay up here, but we didn't get it, right? The entry that we had this morning during the live session for US30, right? It was literally just an entry for today. And that's it, right? Would have loved for this one to play out for the rest of the week to continue to push to the top side. Would have loved for that to have happened, but it's all good, right? We ended up having a day of rise on Friday. Today, Monday, price gave us a no net, so we don't have any continuations, so it's all good, right? But we know we're trading now higher high, right? And this low down here, so we'll be patient with US30. Again, I don't really have anything to talk about on US30, right? Daily time frame, we're still making higher high and higher low. In the 4-hour time frame, we were making higher high, higher low, and then price pushed down and gave us a lower low, right? And again, we're still in this little zone of consolidation where price is rejecting highs and rejecting lows. So still just gotta be patient, right? Price keeps rejecting these highs and going back down to the bottom every single time. Rejected the lows, went to the highs. Rejected the tops, went to the bottom. Rejected the bottom, went to the highs, right? Rejecting highs again. Could we expect price to continue to push down to the bottom again? It could happen. So again, taking trades on US30 right now is just not the best idea. We want to be very, very careful taking trades on US30. So for right now, we're just going to skip this. We'll go over this again tomorrow morning. On USDCAD, we're still moving counter, still moving against the trend, but we already know we're good, right? We had 3 days of rise, which was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? After 3 days of rise, market must move sideways or go down, and price ended up going down. Right, so price is doing exactly what it needs to do. It's nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that we haven't seen before. We just have to wait for these pullbacks to develop, and we gotta wait for break of structures. Once again, we talked about this, right? Since market structure, since this little zone of consolidation is in the 4-hour time frame, in order for us to know that price is going to continue to push to the bottom side, we need to see a break of structure. In order for price to continue to push to the top side, we need to see a break of structure. Did we get a break of the lows? No. Price is still testing these lows. We do not have a clean break of structure yet. So again, could price just continue to do the same thing that we've been doing for the last couple of days, which is, the last couple of weeks at this point, where we reject highs, reject lows, reject highs, reject lows, reject highs, reject lows, reject highs, reject lows, reject highs, go back to the bottom, reject highs again, reject lows again, and then just continue this pattern of sideways movement? Absolutely. Right? So again, just got to be patient. There's no such thing as rushing these entries, rushing the process. We have to wait for the market to develop in order for us to continue to look for a trade. USDZAR is pretty much the same thing as USDCAD, so I'm not going to go too into detail with this one. Price is making lower lows and lower highs now. We have 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, expecting price to move up or move sideways. So we'll look at that tomorrow morning. Gold. I was following gold all morning. I really wanted to take a gold trade, but nothing was crystal clear just yet. So daily time frame, there's nothing really here, right? We had higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a lower low, and we've been in this little zone of consolidation, which we could see in the 4-hour time frame for the last couple of weeks, right? Where price is just moving sideways, right? And again, doing the same thing as USDCAD, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, right? And we're just in a zone of consolidation. Price is just moving sideways here. So again, this one we just gotta be patient. Follow market structure, wait for confirmations, right? And right now in the 30-minute, in the 4-hour time frame, give me 1 second. Let me clean this up a little bit. Right, and then the 30-minute time frame, we had a day of drop, which was Friday. Today, Monday, price gave us a second day of drop. Perfect. In order for us now to be looking for a 372 going short, let's draw this out, right? I would have loved to have seen a change of character and a break of structure. All we got is a change of character. Price went up, gave us a lower high, and now we're pretty much just in a waiting game. Does price want to go back up the same way we've been doing all day today, or is price going to give us that push down to the bottom? Let's look if we have any engulfing candles. That'll be a good confirmation. So nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1 hour, right? No engulfing candles here. In the 30-minute time frame, no engulfing candles here, and I don't want to go lower than the 15 on gold. Right? No engulfing candles. So right now we just gotta be patient. Right? Right now we don't have any entry criterias just yet, but we'll be patient. We'll wait for that. It'll probably develop a little bit closer towards London session and NYC session. Almost done here, guys. We're only missing Bitcoin and oil, but again, if you guys have any questions about any other pairs, let me know. Bitcoin, we're in level 3, right? We're pretty much reaching, we're pretty much in peak high territory. We're in level 3 already in the uptrend. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. Once again, a lot of people were talking about this being a shoulder head shoulder in a downtrend, but again, in order for this to be a valid shoulder head shoulder, we needed to see price break these lows to continue going short. If not, again, price is going to do the same thing. Reject lows, go high. Reject lows, go back to the top, right? And that's exactly what price is doing, right? So right now, let's go back to the 30-minute. We know that we were trading lower low, lower high, lower low, and then now price gave us a change of character, higher high, right? Gave us this break, which gave us a 30-minute low, and now we're trading between this 30-minute low and this high over here, which we still don't have a set high just yet, but we'll mark it like this for now. Right, we have a day of rise, and then in the 4-hour time frame we had lower low, lower low, change of character, higher high as well. So would love for price to, we already know for next week price is going to continue to push to the top side as well, right? Especially if we finish here at the top. If we have 2 weeks of rise, we already know next week price is going to give us another push to the top side. So would love to see a decent sized pullback on Bitcoin for us to then continue the push to the top side. All right, so we're looking good on Bitcoin as well. And then last but not least, guys, oil. Oil, we know we're still in an overall market makers pattern downtrend. We're in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the bottom. No continuations in the daily time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the 3rd week, price gave us that push to the top side. Right, not only did price give us that push to the top side, but here in the 4-hour time frame, after price gave us a new high, it also gave us an engulfing candle. Right, green, green, red, perfect. This is where we could expect price to then give us a pullback to then continue the push down to the bottom. Right, let's look. Do we have any other engulfing candles in any other time frame? Nothing in the daily, nothing in the 1 hour, nothing in the 30-minute. Right, in the 30-minute we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Right, do we want to mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high, instead of saying higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low? I'm tempted to say that, but for the case that we have an engulfing candle, right, and the fact that we did have a valid break, right, we could see that price made higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. I am going to mark this as a change of character here. But we'll continue again to just monitor this so we could make sure that we're in the right spot. So we know that we're trading between this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low. Price gave us a day of drop. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today, guys. We could go one by one again real quick, just we could add it to our watch list, you know, which pairs we're going to be looking at. So right now, US oil, well, let's start from the top to the bottom and let me daily watch list 01, 07 watch list. Alright, so AU, we're not looking at anything right now. EA, we'll write it down even though I'm not 100%, right? This is still one that I don't like how market structure is being built, but we'll add it since it's a 372. So Euro AUD, long 372. Right, Euro USD, once again 372, but price is still making lower lows and lower highs, so I'm not 100% on this one either, but we'll add it to the watch list. Right, EURCAD, nothing, right? We had a no net. GA 372, GBPAUD, long 372. GCAD, nothing, we had a no net. GJ already gave us a 372, it already gave us the push that we were looking for, so we're not going to be looking for GJ tomorrow. GU, very similar, 372, so we're going to put this one on the watch list. GBPUSD 372. US30, nothing, price gave us a no net. USDCAD moving counter, USDZAR moving counter. Gold, same thing as the other pairs, is moving counter, but we'll add it since it's 372. Short 372. And then Bitcoin and US oil. Nothing on Bitcoin just yet. US oil short, daily, bearish, golfing candle. That's pretty much it, guys. Any other questions? Just put the watch list on the Discord. You said risky entry on GA. GA is a little bit risky, but GA looks the best compared to the other ones when it comes to the market structure and where we're at, right? And again, the reason why, once again, we're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation. We're looking for that third push to the top side. Before we get the push, we were looking for the break of structure. Once we got the break of structure, we're looking for the pullback, right? So right now we did get the pullback, right? This is the area that we want to see the pullback in, right? Did price reach the pullback zone? Yes. Right, in level 3 we want to see price bounce off the 50 EMA. Did price reach the 50 EMA? Not yet, but we're very close to it. So could price continue to push down to the bottom and give us a little bit of a steeper pullback? 100%. Right, in the 4-hour time frame, when we're looking at higher highs and higher lows, is pretty much the same as a daily high and the daily low. Right, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Price never broke these lows, price never broke these highs up until here, right? So we know that all of this is part of the same trend. We don't have any continuations either here on the 4-hour time frame. All of this is internal time frame, right? So in the 4-hour time frame, I'm not really interested on what price is doing because it's not part of the market structure, right? So now when we go to the 30-minute time frame, right, in the 30-minute time frame, we could see that price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low. It gave us an inducement of the low, right? It gave us the distribution as well, right? Gave us the push, right? Gave us that break, gave us that change of character, right? And now we're getting that pullback. So right now GA is number 1 on my list. GA would be the number 1 pair on my list to look for an entry. Now, again, the only thing that's, I wouldn't say that's messing this up, but the only thing that could possibly mess this up is this engulfing candle that we have in the 1 hour time frame. Right? I don't believe that price is going to give us this pullback. It's too steep of a pullback. If we end up getting this pullback, then we know we're not going to be able to take the entry. Because when we're looking at STP, when we're looking at ADR, once again, we'll calculate it. Right? 155 pips is ADR. Right? The STP, what the STP is a safe take profit, is 103 pips. Right? If we calculate from this high, which is already the high of today, this is the high of Asia session, and we calculate 103 pips. 103 pips is literally right on that engulfing candle. So that would mean that price is not going to have enough volume to push this back up and give us another 103 pips going back to the top side. So I would not be looking for a retest of this engulfing candle. I would just want price to give us a retest anywhere between 23.6 and 38.2. And again, going back to the EMA, we're looking for price to bounce off the 50 EMA. So the fact that the 38.2 and the 23.6 is right on that 50 EMA, this is where I'm expecting price to give us that pullback to continue the push to the top side. Right, so GA right now is the #1 pair on my list going into tomorrow. But that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Let me know. If not, then we'll be done for the night. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session at 6 a.m. Eastern. Any questions at all about anything that I talked about? Any other pairs? You want me to talk about Bitcoin? Okay. So right now for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's a little tough, right? Very similar to US30, just because we're, at this point we're not in peak high, but we're at the highest point in the market. But we just made a higher high, right? So before I look for an entry on Bitcoin, I would love to see a pullback. Now, where that pullback is going to be, how it's going to happen, that's the question, right? That's the #1 question. Where is it going to happen? How big of a pullback are we going to get? Let's go ahead and add this as well here. This is where we have the change of character, which happens here. Right, so we could go back and use our fib, right, from down here to up here. We could be expecting a 50% fib retracement when it comes to this one. So before I even start looking for a trade, I would love for price to do something like this, right? And it all boils down to the 4-hour time frame as well, where again, last week we have a weaker rise. This week we could see that price already gave us the push to the top side. Right, and if we notice again how everything, again, I drew this out, remember I drew this out in the 30-minute time frame, right? That 50% retracement in level 3. What do we want to see? We want to see price bounce off the 4-hour, right? Structure on Bitcoin is going to be given in the 4-hour time frame. I'm going to be looking for a pullback in the 4-hour time frame. Is it a coincidence that the pullback that I'm looking for is right on the 50 EMA or close to the 50 EMA here in the 4-hour time frame? Not a coincidence, right? Everything is a piece. It's we're putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, right? This is the blueprint, right? So once I get that pullback, that's when I'll be looking to take a trade, and I'll keep this drawn out here so you guys, so we could look at this going into the into tomorrow and Wednesday, even Thursday, going into the end of the week, to see if price ended up doing this type of move. But this is what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. I'm looking for a steeper pullback to then continue the push to the top side. So we'll see what happens with this one. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want me to explain? Any other pairs, again, whether or not they're on my list, let me know. If you guys want me to go over S&P, NAS 100, DXY, NZD pairs, let me know. AUD pairs, CAD pairs, anything at all, just let me know. Thanks, boss. No problem, Elijah. Appreciate you asking questions. Appreciate you being here as well, my brother. If no other questions, guys, and again, we'll be done for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session, 6 a.m. Eastern, in exactly 10 hours from now. We'll be live again on the channel, and we'll be looking at these pairs tomorrow morning. Remember, you guys could join the Discord. Everything we do is free. We do one-on-one sessions for free. These daily live streams are free. This is the isolation session Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Live trading session Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. The weekly market breakdown on Sunday. We have a lot of information, a lot of videos, a lot of gems, guys. Make sure you guys join the Discord. The link is in the description. Again, I'm going to give you guys another minute. Any questions? Feel free to ask. No judgment. We're here to learn. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Anything at all, just let me know. It's awesome. Appreciate it. Alright guys, no questions? Sounds good. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Again, if you guys have any questions and you guys didn't ask here in the chat, you could always ask in the Discord chats, DM me on Discord, DM me on Twitter, DM me wherever you guys feel comfortable. And I'll answer the question, or somebody in the class will answer your question if I'm not available. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll talk tomorrow morning. Peace out.